Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Stoverload Music Podcast. Now, we've been going international lately. So right now, it's about 5:30 in the morning here in the States, but we're talking to another badass, awesome band right out of Australia, and it's roughly about 6 p.m. their time. Now, we had the honor of having a couple of their songs on one of our weekly shows, and they have a long list of really badass songs like Self-Reflect, Oceans Never Blue, Didn't I Mention, Poverty, and Antonym. So today I want you to welcome my guest, WhoCares. Guys, welcome to the show.
Yo.
G'day.
G'day, mate.
How's everything going?
Super.
Sweet. Fantastic.
Now, for all our new listeners and everybody who's never heard of you before, go ahead and introduce yourself so everybody can get a better feel for the band.
Start in circle. Yeah, all right. My name's Samuel. I'm a Kiwi. Moved over here for 3 years. Eventually bumped into these guys after posting on a Facebook group that they're looking for a drummer. And here we are.
I'm James. I'm the bassist and kind of the same, just pounced on a Facebook ad and met these awesome people.
I'm Jardel. I'm the lead guitarist and started out with me and Ricky here. You can introduce yourself now.
Hey, I'm Richard. I essentially bought all of these people online, as you heard.
I'm worth a lot of money.
But no, I was just looking for mates, and sure as hell found them because these guys have done me really well, and we make great music together.
I could tell. Normally it has to be a really good brotherhood or camaraderie to really put out really good banging music.
It's very important.
100%.
And I was going through your songs, and all of them are really great tracks. And I really like Self-Reflect.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cool.
Who wrote that? Who came up about this, and what's the story behind it?
Well, Ricky's our lyricist. So he comes up with the music, came to us with that rhythm riff that he does at the start of the song.
Yeah, that riff was actually developed, funnily enough, at our old drummer's house. I was just noodling around, and he heard it, and he was like, dude, keep that. I love it. And I was like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, make that a song. And he sort of gave me that push, and I was like, all right, I'll see what I can do with this. And 1 year of heartache because I just left someone. So I just put those two things together and pieced out really well. And obviously my bandmates helped push me to write the rest of it, and their touch on it just made it even better.
Is the writing process and the composing process this like a band decision, or does every guy in the band have like their own strong suit and they all just come together?
It's basically, yeah, everyone has their strong suit and comes together. Just like you said, I'm more of the architect. I'll map it out. And then we got obviously like a brick mason, a carpenter, like everyone who's perfected their roles. Like Jadao is an amazing lead guitarist. We got a classical trained bassist here who's just brilliant, and a drummer who's just great at improv, and his creativity's through the roof. So just, yeah, we pieced the puzzle together.
Now, I noticed you guys, it seems like you guys really like punk music, because that's the vibe and the feel that I get. Is that something you guys started with, or is that something you just came into?
Absolutely. It was the intention. It was what Ricky was advertising on Facebook, looking for members for a punk band, pop punk band. It's always been a big part of my childhood, that sort of heavy punk music and stuff.
Well, that's pretty cool. And I gotta say, when you're dropping a bass line, punk music's great because it's a constant drive. And come on, Mr. Bassist, you can't sit there and tell me you don't have a great time with every song.
Yeah, like these guys, I think they help me out too, because they give me the energy I need. And I call myself an everything musician. Like I love all the genres, but I think getting into this kind of music and just that drive and that just real down to earth feeling, I think like really relatable themes in a lot of the songs, and there's just like an honesty. There's an honesty to it, I think, in the music.
And a lot of fun too, hey?
Yeah, you really don't see anybody ever getting tired or needing a break at a punk show. Everybody's always just full of energy, and you just go.
It's the intention, that high energy, fun music.
Mosh pit, just get in there.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I know you guys are based in Australia. Are you by chance in Perth, Australia as well?
Yeah.
Correct.
We are indeed.
Oh, wow. So I nailed that one on the head.
Isn't that obvious?
Well, our last band, Color Mind, shout out to Color Mind and Johnny. You know, they threw out a good word for you guys, and I already was
Oh.
digging your music. And we talked a little bit about Perth, Australia. How from what I understand, you guys are like the last town before no man's land or something like that.
Pretty much. It's about as
Yeah.
out there as it gets, isolated, away from everyone.
But that's got to be a treat and a benefit to bands because you guys can throw shows and really not attract much attention, but really go on and just have a badass show and not have anything to worry about.
Well, you'd think so, but it's a little different over here when it comes to gigs and all that. Yeah.
Not too many people are too interested in going out these days, sadly.
Let alone original music.
Yeah.
You'll find Perth is full of cover bands.
Yeah.
Filled to the brim of cover bands. Yeah, cover bands seems to be the thing, but that's one thing I advertised when I found these lads. I've straight away put no covers, all originals only. I do not want to do covers. And shout out to all the punk people that I took reference from, because you know, obviously they got me into punk, but yeah, I just wanted to come out with some original stuff.
Shout out to Colormart as well, because they're a great bunch of people who make awesome music.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah. And they really like lettuce too.
Yeah, that's what we had for dinner.
There's a story there, I'm sure.
If we can afford it.
Yeah, I've heard things have been rather different over there in terms of like what you pay for food and as opposed to how it is here in the States. I mean, the world is just nutty right now, but thank God we got bands like you putting out great music that's actually helping people forget about their worries and forget about their struggles and, you know, just enjoying themselves.
That's what we're about.
One of the things I'm wondering, what was for each of you guys, what was like your strongest influence that drove you into becoming a musician or getting into a band?
Let's start in this direction.
Same one. For me, it was definitely my father. Happy Father's Day for all the fathers out there as well. He got me into music early. I started playing piano about 4, along with singing, and it's just been a massive part of my life ever since.
I don't see myself, I don't know if I can see myself doing much else, but I can speak music language, and this makes sense. I want to keep on plugging away at this.
Back in when I was about 7, my brother got a game called Guitar Hero 3.
Oh wow.
Here we go.
Yeah.
He never played it. I was obsessed with it, and I got so good that my parents were like, "You're good with 5 buttons, here's 6 strings." And ever since there, just grew and grew.
Music to me, I don't know, it's always been a personal thing. I used to just keep a journal of like basically a lot of the things I did growing up. Now I didn't have much of a social group, so to speak. And so I would usually just sort of write to myself, make up some stories, and those stories turned into songs, and those songs turned into a reality. And that's why like sort of my lyrics are based on something I feel other people can interpret as their own. And I sure hope they do. And I realized all I needed was the final pieces of the puzzle, which was this band to get started. So yeah, that's what got me into music mainly, just being a loner.
It's amazing what one person's story can do in terms of music and how it could really connect a fan base to you, and the world just changes for them. Now, one of the topics I like to talk about a little bit, because first off, before I get to that, how long have you guys been together?
Well, I'm the most recent addition,
Yeah.
and that's been what, a couple of months now?
Close to like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, a few months, because their last drummer, he fell on hard times just with his work and stuff like that, so I couldn't carry on drumming just due to an injury.
Surgery.
Yeah.
Spinal surgery.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Yeah,
and so that's,
yeah.
as I mentioned before, that's where I got on with that ad there, or that post, and I'm jumped in with them. So I've been with them for about 3 months now. Yeah.
I think I must be coming up to my anniversary pretty soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been through.
That's
I think
cool.
there's a bit of a story behind the band's name. I think here with like quite a few drummers, few bass players have come and gone over the years.
That's bandmates.
They didn't care.
What about you?
But Ricky is obviously the founder and he started. And when I was joining the band, this was in March last year, he was looking for a bass player. And I was new to Perth and I wanted to get into the music scene. And I was like, sure, I'll play bass for a band, see where that takes me. And took me pretty far, I reckon.
Yeah. Once I heard him play bass, I said, nah, man, you're too good for this 4 strings. You need to upgrade. You'd be a wicked lead. And he didn't disappoint.
I could tell by the
So,
music.
This band's probably been going for actually, when it dates back to me and Jardel, when we started this, it's probably been going for about 2 years, 2-3 years. And that's just been of people coming and going. But I'm not going to let go of my songs, and they may be personal, but I'm not going to let go of them because I want to get them out there so people, have something they can relate to too, like I mentioned. And I just, despite some people coming and going, they're great people, I just wanted to find those who'd stick, and eventually I did. So I'm really proud that I've developed, a good sort of brothership with my mates and all that, we're all sort of in this together and willing to stick it out.
That's actually a pretty cool story with everything you guys just said, because it really fits the name of the band, Who Cares, perfectly. Because now it seems like you found all the people who care.
Yeah,
We care.
basically.
Yeah, feel that.
We should change the name.
To we care.
Hey, that'd be a great t-shirt. Who cares on the front? We care on the back.
Exactly.
So I got to give you guys a lot of props right now, because I know it's hard being a band right now, because what we're doing right now and using streaming apps, things like that, are all supposed to be tools used to drive people to come see bands live. And somewhere along the line, I think, stop me if I'm wrong, or maybe you agree, people got really comfortable with all these streaming apps and all this stuff. And it's like, well, why do I need to go when I could just watch it on YouTube or I could stream it? Where do you think that twisted turn started?
Whoa.
I reckon
That.
I reckon there's a good month in the year 2020 where that all sort of cultivated.
What about you, Sam? What do you reckon?
Well, I guess like convenience, the whole kind of culture around convenience, right? And people wanting to live their own lives. It's not the days of, oh man, there's going to be this amazing rock band and they're playing at the pub just down the street. Let's go check them out. Or like the first time that Elvis ever played, people would have been like, oh my God, this is incredible. We can't hear this anywhere else. We need to be there. But now you can hear it in the comfort of your own home, while you're in the bath, while you're driving. There just isn't that much drive to really go and see those bands live, I guess.
I guess what's the correct term for it? The drive to the unknown, the curiosity of the unknown. I mean, it's something that we try to spark on the show, and we try and encourage fans to do for bands like yourself and other bands around the world. Go see a show. It's not the same just streaming it. Go to a show. There's something nice about moshing and dancing and just banging your head and acting a fool and rocking out with a bunch of people you don't know, but you're all on the same page.
Going to a concert these days, it needs to be more of an experience than just music. It needs to be like, I went to see Kiss and it's all theatrics and blood coming out of the mouth and stuff. We're not going to do that. We're not that extreme yet.
Oh, come on. I want to see the bassist pull of Gene Simmons. Come on now.
I can't be Gene.
Absolutely. Yeah, I guess it's I'm not going to say the music's become more depersonal. It's still personal, but that sense of mystery certainly is it's still there. It's just a bit lost. And I think that's the thing when we do our shows and when we do play live, we really try to interact with the audience as much as possible.
Yeah.
And we've been given compliments when we do gigs, and we absolutely appreciate it. And it's amazing what a few words to, a small band like ourselves can go, or a small gesture, just looking at our stuff, liking it, following it, not even just getting out there and coming to see us. That in itself, I'm sure back in the day may have been seen as, not such a big thing. Now it's huge. If you come out and you want to see us specifically, that just means the world to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We always say on our show that one of the greatest gifts you can give to a music artist, or a music artist could give to a fan, is their time. It's a
Absolutely.
commodity. It's a commodity you cannot put a price on and you cannot buy. Okay, maybe that's not true. Maybe with the mainstream and some of these really big famous people, maybe, yeah, you do have to pay to get time with them, but
I was about to say, I might put a price on myself, bro.
Give it a few albums first.
Yeah, absolutely.
right. When you got your inbox blowing up and you can't keep up with everybody, and now you got to start scheduling and hiring a PR rep to help you out.
Don't worry, Mike, we'll always have free interviews for you, buddy.
All right. For some reason, the Stoverload Music Podcast is getting mighty popular in Australia.
Done.
And I'm glad we're talking about that because I like to sit back and I like to reflect and watch old school performances and concerts. And I love watching them because there's not a cell phone in sight. It's something that's where you really took that personal experience in. You took it in, you memorized it. It was embedded in your brain. And now it's like you go to one, and before it was hold up your cigarette lighters. Now it's hold up your cell phones.
Now it should be hold up your cigarette lighters to the cell phone.
It's always great when you see people at concerts and they come up to the stage and they're all jumping around and just enjoying it, getting into the music. It's my favorite part.
I can tell you guys like to have fun at your shows, and I'm sure that's a mandatory requirement for all your gigs. Which one of you were brave enough to stage dive?
When there's enough people on the floor, baby.
I'm the smallest and lightest guy here. I will risk it.
I'll take one for the team.
Everyone, should we stand up for a second? Give this guy a rough idea. Come on.
I've pretty much done it at a gig before.
All right.
Well, fans,
who's going to be the safest guy diving into the crowd?
It's probably this guy.
Yeah.
It's probably me.
I ain't gonna ask no one to catch me.
Yeah, right. Well, fans, that's the first time we ever did a lineup on who's the tallest. Thank God this isn't the show talking about people who are in prison and we need mugshots and all that. I think I'd expect that more over there. But hey, guys, you just started it first, so cool.
Who's the tallest? I mean, as long as I'm not lying down.
Absolutely. Well, we're at a part of the show, right? Right. Well, yeah, that'd be funny as hell if they caught the drummer. You're gonna need a lot of people right there. I just can't help but wonder people who do that. I wonder right when they make that jump if they're thinking to themselves, "Oh my God, please catch me! Oh my God, please catch me!"
It'll probably get like that.
A leap of faith, indeed.
Yeah. Back in 2020 in Chicago, I saw a band at the Chicago Metro, and I saw a guy do a stage dive, and everybody moved, and he landed back first on a concrete floor.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh God.
The band's trying to keep going. They're looking over and they're seeing like, dude, you okay? He got right back up and right back to jamming. And I'm just thinking, like, oh, that guy's going to be sore in the morning.
That's metal.
That is having trust in your fans.
And a lot of alcohol in your system.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're at a point in the show right now, guys. We do a little something special. It's called The Floor is Yours. And I give this opportunity to all my guests if they want. And this is for each and every one of you. So please, by all means, if you want to send a special message out or there's something that you want to say to listeners everywhere, what would you like to tell them?
Let's go back in the circle.
Back in the circle.
What do you reckon?
What am I going to say to everything? I guess in these times, like, think about what's important to you and do your best to be kind to yourself and kind to other people.
It's all right.
Yeah, nice.
I
get that feeling.
There we go.
You go, man. Yeah.
My message to people would just to be enjoy. There's too much negativity in the world these days, and that's what our music is about, getting the enjoyment and the positivity out. Where songs in the major key for that. So just try to enjoy life and the little things and the moment.
Yeah.
Anything, James?
Support live music. There is a transformational power when you're seeing. Doesn't even matter what kind of show it is, any kind of show. If you're going to see a classical concert, you're going to see like world music, whatever you're going to see. there's such a huge difference when you get up and see people playing instruments right there. There's something you won't get on any record you can buy.
Okay, my message. I'm gonna need the band's help for this. Can you guys go? Can you guys do that? Go, just hum it. Go. Don't worry, be happy now. Don't worry, be happy. That's my message. I like to share. That's what I would like to share.
Absolutely butchered it.
Shout out to Bobby McFerrin. Wow, I've never seen that done before. You guys are starting all new trends.
We are the first. We did the first light check. We did the first horrible rendition of "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Now, I would like to say to people out there, stop caring so much about what other people think, and start caring about WhoCares music.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, you guys got so many good marketing strategies for merchandise right now. It's nuts.
I dig it.
Absolutely.
Well, if fans want to find you guys and they want to follow you or interact with you, how can they do that?
Well, we got an Instagram page, Spotify.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our YouTube.
Yeah.
You can find our music videos there. We have a Facebook page.
If you go to our Facebook page for official WhoCares, should link you to everything, basically.
You got the links for all that at the moment, Mike?
Yes, sir. I got you guys followed on Spotify, but I'm more of a traditional fan because I like to have CDs with all the artwork and the hard work that goes into those things. I really appreciate those things. And I have a stack of them from a lot of artists over the last 2 years. And I really enjoy them. You know, it's
for our next album, we're sure to be print one. We can print one, we can burn one off and send it to you.
Hey,
make it the official, unofficial WhoCares CD.
As long as it's signed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, we always fans, and you guys got to understand, you know, you guys are coming up, a lot of you are coming up in an age right now where, you know, CDs really aren't that important to you because technology has taken over rapidly. But there's something very special about owning a CD or having a band's t-shirt or something along those lines. And there's something special about that. And you won't really understand why that's so special until you go to a show and see them live.
Yeah. I mean, even in this day now, vinyls are massive again.
Yeah.
Everyone's buying vinyls of bands and artists.
Well, shout out to Ashley, because she was first girl to support this band in terms of getting us merch and printing off a small actual vinyl record of Ocean's Never Been Blue.
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd like to give her thanks. What do you reckon, lads? Big thanks to her.
Big thanks.
Big thanks.
Well, cool. Well, fans, you know what I always say, all good things got to come to an end at some point, and we've pretty much hit our mark, and we've had a lot of fun with these guys, but WhoCares? They do. Thanks again for coming on and taking the time out to be guests on the show. It's great having you guys. It's definitely a big change here at the show when I'm starting to do an interview at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm used to doing this in the evening.
Cheers, mate.
We appreciate you waking up so early, man, for us.
You know, it's worth it, though, having good laughs like this and a good conversation about music. I mean, it's
good way to start the day.
It's the way people connect. When you can just have a good conversation and just talk and laugh and do bad renditions of "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Absolutely.
Thanks for having us, Matt.
It was great having you guys. Fans, if you're enjoying this, they already told you how to find them. Go link up with them, find them, go buy a t-shirt, get a CD, do something along those lines. And if anybody else is over in Perth, Australia, understand this. If there's bands playing, get out of the house and go. You guys are in a great location to have some really great experiences and really great concert shows. Take advantage of this. We can't get away with that here in the States. You guys can. So live up to the moment and just have fun with it. But until then, fans, this is all the time we got today. This has been my awesome guest from the land down under. WhoCares? Till then, we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.